Hey guys, what's up? So today is pretty exciting. We got a Dead Air. I'm excited about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so if you remember back in, when was it? January, February, March. March or April. I can't remember. I think it was March. I don't remember. I get timelines all mixed up. But we ran tactical games earlier this year, if you remember. And I came in fourth, and my prize was like you could get a couple little different things and stuff. But then they had this little piece of paper that said, I think it was a Sandman Nomad or Nomad 30. And I was like, wait, nobody's claimed this? Because I'm fourth, right? And other people got, guns and different things and stuff. And I was like, I can get a suppressor? And once he confirmed, it was like, yeah, I mean, it's not here, but you have, you get a voucher for it. I was like, okay, I'll take that. I was kind of scared that they're going to, be like, oh, no, you got fourth. So, no, you actually just get, this little, a pen. It's like, no, dude. So, yeah, anyway, we got that. I reached out. I basically had an option. It said Nomad 30, right? But I talked to the folks at Dead Air. I emailed them and stuff, and they let me get, instead of a Nomad 30, I got a Sandman S. So that was put in. I'm going to get my numbers right. I put it in on a trust, right? Did all the paperwork and everything. Put it in on 5/11, all right? It got approved on 9/22. So I had a full transaction time, or not full, the transaction time, right? The wait time was 135 days, if my math is correct. I hope it is, but 135 days. And then from 9/22, when it was approved, to today, which is October 14th, that's 22 days. So a total time, actually I read it right, 157 days. 157 days. That's not that in NFA terms, that's not that bad. That's relatively quick, okay? So, I have opened this up at the shop that I picked it up at, or it's the guy's house. Basically, he does kind of the same thing that I do, but with NFA stuff. But I opened it up as his house to kind of check it and stuff, but I haven't delved into it totally. So, let's check this thing out. I'm super excited about this. Yeah, let's look at it. All right, so here we go. Like I said, we already have kind of popped it open and looked at it a little bit. It does come with a 3-chamber brake, which I'm not too crazy about 3 chambers, or about brakes. I don't shoot brakes a lot. Give it or take it. I've never shot one of theirs. Maybe it'll be amazing. Most of any brake that I've ever shot, it's always just been too loud. I just don't like loud stuff. I'm not into that. All right, let's make sure we don't leave anything out. You get your, oh, it did come with it. Good. Okay. Yeah, you get your little manual. You do get your little, I didn't think this thing came with it. It's like unused. Your little cigar seal kind of thing for the suppressor, and a little sticker thingy, okay? So that's I guess what you could expect to get in the box. Straight from Dead Air. This came straight from Dead Air. It didn't come from another, as far as I know. It didn't come from another, silencer shop or whatever, because it was a direct thing from them, okay? But there's your material. You probably should read and look at all that stuff, but yeah, I think I've read it before online and different things. I think this is kind of classy and kind of cool. I just like it. I think it's kind of neat. Anyway, put the brake aside for now. Let's check out the little duty. Check out the little dude. Yeah, there we go. Sandman S. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I don't know. It's always cool to have a brand new can and to see all the lines and everything. Side note, I also picked up a Dead Air Wolfman, and I'll throw in a picture of that. If any of y'all think you know what's potentially wrong with this, you let me know. It's being worked on as we speak, so hopefully I'll have that here pretty soon. But this is pretty cool. This is pretty stinking cool. Yeah, from everything that I understand, the reason I decided to go with this guy instead of the Nomad, from everything that I understand, my shooting style, the stuff that I do, a Nomad 30 would have been perfectly fine. No issue, no problem. Maybe I should have kept it. Maybe I should have, instead of getting a Sandman. But from my understanding of it, it's not as heavy duty. All right. And I fell sway to the, I want to make sure I have something that can do everything. Kind of. But knowing the pedigree of the Sandman series, it's a little bit different than the 100-Count Arm series. Even though these guys are the same exact size, from everything I'm understanding, these things are super good, right? Not so much on the 100-Count Arm stuff. But I wanted something that potentially maybe someday I'll get a full auto gun. I highly doubt it, but maybe I will, and I'd want something like this. Not something that I wouldn't be able to shoot, you know, full auto. Not something that I like the idea of having something that's going to last forever, no questions asked, just like a beast of a can, okay? Unless I do something stupid to it, but from everything I've ever seen, these things can withstand a whole lot of stuff. So one thing to note is this does come with a 30 caliber end cap, and I think, I don't know what the 3 little spots on the front, if that's for flash hiding or whatever it is, but this is a 30 caliber end cap, okay? Meaning anything that I have, except for 9mm, this is not a 9mm can, unlike the 100-pound arms guy. That's bored out to shoot 9mm. This guy's not, okay? Kind of unfortunate, but that's probably why this guy does better than something that's way overboard that just doesn't do things very well. Anyway, I'll get off that high horse in a minute. But a 30 caliber end cap. What they do offer are 22 caliber end caps. So I got a 22 caliber. This is a flash hider end cap. So this is raised up, whereas this one is not. See the difference right there? So I do have a 22 caliber end cap, right? So I can shoot this on my ARs and maybe get a little bit better sound reduction from what I'm understanding. And I decided to get it with the flash hider that sticks up so that it's obviously different than the 30 caliber, so I don't blow it up. Don't want to do that. We also, since they were in stock and I was like, well, I'm waiting, I went ahead and picked it up a e-brake. I think it's called an e-brake. So this guy basically will be able to screw on the end of here, right, and kind of bring this up a little bit in length, which isn't necessarily the best thing in the world. But from what I've understood, it does help on different things. It's not like an amazing change. From what videos I've seen, articles I've read, stuff I've heard, it's not an amazing change, but it's noticeable. And I was like, well, I'll try it, you know. Worst case scenario, doesn't do a whole lot of good, but, you know, at least I gave it a shot. And then, you know, I told you all about it, so maybe you don't waste your money. But that's what it is. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's test fit it. Let's test fit it. I'm going to stick it on my 11.5-inch gun. Before we do that, let's just see. This is the Turbo K, the Yankee Hill Turbo K. Obviously, he's shorter. I'm going to guess this is maybe about the size of a Sandman K, I believe. So about the same size. I mean, roughly about the same dimensions. The Sandman feels a little bit smaller. I have calipers somewhere. I could measure it, but I think the Yankee Hill's a little bit wider. But this is the guy that I run on this 11.5-inch most of the time. Let's do the first fit. Yeah, there you go. Locks up nice and tight. I like that a lot. Hey, he clocks over on the right hand side, if you can see that. I like that. I like that. It's a little bit long on here, and in reality, this is probably going to be a can that I'll run on like my 300 Blackout, any of my 30 caliber stuff, or my other guns, or maybe even this guy. This guy does get pretty gassy with this little can sometimes. I mean, not terribly, but obviously it's going to be more gassy. So maybe shooting it full open, right, with a 30 caliber end cap and an e-brake, that will be interesting to see the maybe potentially stark difference between, you know, a more open can with all these extra ports and stuff to try to decrease that back pressure versus a short little dedicated 5.56 can. That's the stuff we're going to check out and do later. I'm going to play around with this. I might throw in some pictures at the end of the video to kind of show you, you know, what this thing looks like on different firearms and how these pieces look. I don't have my tool right now to take that piece off, the end cap, and put the other ones on, but I'll jerry-rig something and get it because I want to see what it looks like. But anyway, guys, so far, I like it. Just opening it up and having it for 15 minutes. Yeah, it's great. We'll see how long that love affair lasts, and we'll put it through its paces and see what it does, all right? If y'all want to see anything particular with this gun, obviously I'm not shooting 9mm through it. I'm not going to do something destructive to it, and I don't have a full auto gun to, like, burn it up and see, you know, how long it can last. Much less do I have thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds to pour through this thing right now. But if there's specific things you want to see, like I'm going to shoot supersonic 300 Blackout, subsonic 300 Blackout, I have 308, 30-06, you know, I have those calibers. I will run those through this thing and see just how well it works. But if there's anything else specifically you want to know how it works, let me know, and I will do my best to try to get you that information or footage, or both. All right, y'all be good to be safe. I appreciate you watching and everything, and hopefully we will catch y'all in the next video.